Rome didn't just build an empire on swords and legions. It built one on a fire, a single flame burning in a small round temple in the heart of the city, guarded by 6 women who gave up everything to keep it alive. Romans believed that if that flame ever went out, the entire civilization would collapse. Wars would be lost, famine would spread, the gods would abandon Rome. And the woman responsible? She would be dragged before the Pontifex Maximus, the highest priest in Rome, and punished in a dark chamber as the entire city waited to see whether the gods had turned against her. You are one of those 6 women. You are a Vestal Virgin. And you have 24 hours to survive the most powerful and most dangerous role a woman could hold in the ancient world. You didn't choose this. You were taken from your family when you were still a child. The Pontifex Maximus walked into your father's house and selected you. That was it. No debate, no negotiation. When the chief priest selected a daughter for the Vestals, the answer was always yes. Refusing would bring shame on the entire family. Some fathers even hoped it would happen. Not out of cruelty, out of ambition. Having a Vestal Virgin in the family meant influence, prestige, and connections that money could never buy. Once chosen, you were brought to the Atrium Vestae, a large residence beside the Roman Forum where the Vestals lived and trained. This became your new home. You would remain here for 30 years, 10 years learning the sacred rituals, 10 years performing them, 10 years teaching the next generation. Your childhood, your youth, and much of your adult life devoted to a single responsibility: keeping the sacred flame alive. That was 15 years ago. You are now in your early 20s, fully trained, fully consecrated. And today, the flame is your responsibility. Hour 1, before dawn. Rome still sleeps, but you don't. The fire never sleeps. You rise from your chamber inside the Atrium Vestae. The residence is luxurious by Roman standards. Marble floors, running water, servants who cook meals and maintain the household. The Vestals live better than most senators' wives, but the luxury is a cage. You dress in silence. Your robes are pure white, layered carefully and fastened with ritual precision. Over your head goes the suffibulum, a sacred veil held in place by a brooch. Your hair is braided into 6 tight plaits, arranged in the traditional style worn by Roman brides. You wear it every day, because you are symbolically married, not to a person, but to the goddess Vesta, to the sacred flame, to Rome itself. Every fold of fabric, every braid, every ribbon sends the same message. This woman belongs to the gods. Hour 6, sunrise. The temple of Vesta is unlike most temples in Rome. It is circular, small, almost intimate. Historians believe its shape reflects the ancient huts of Rome's earliest settlers. A reminder that this flame has burned since before Rome became an empire. Inside the temple, the air smells of wood smoke and sacred herbs. At the center stands the altar, and on it burns the flame. Your task sounds simple: keep it alive. But nothing about this fire is simple. The wood must come from specific trees, prepared according to sacred law. You cannot blow on the flame to strengthen it. Human breath would be considered impure. If the fire weakens, you use sacred tools to tend it. Every movement follows rituals passed down for centuries. If the flame goes out on your watch, it is not treated as an accident. It is treated as a sign. Romans believe the health of the flame reflects the health of Rome itself. A dying flame means a dying empire. And if the empire is failing, someone must be held responsible. You are taken before the Pontifex Maximus. A formal punishment follows. The ritual takes place behind a curtain, so no one looks directly at the Vestal during the punishment. But the message is unmistakable. The flame must never fail. Every Roman in the city believes the fate of the empire rests on this fire. And today, you are the one responsible for it. Hour 9, mid-morning. Beyond tending the flame, your duties fill every hour. Today, you prepare mola salsa, a sacred mixture made from the first grain of the harvest and mixed with salt. Every grain must be ground by hand. Every step follows a ritual older than the Republic. You purify the temple using sacred water brought from holy springs outside the city. The vessel carrying the water cannot touch the ground. You must carry it the entire way without setting it down. If it spills, you begin again. Every action is ritualized. You sweep the temple floor, arrange offerings, recite prayers preserved from the earliest days of Rome. Some of the language is so old that even priests debate its exact meaning, but the words must be repeated exactly. Tradition cannot change. Deep within the temple lies a hidden chamber called the Penis Vestae. Inside are sacred objects that almost no Roman is allowed to see. The Vestals guard them. Their secrets remain inside the temple walls. Hour 12. Midday. You step outside the temple, and Rome parts around you. A Vestal Virgin is one of the most powerful women in the Roman world. In a society where most women cannot hold legal authority, you can own property, control finances, and write your own will. When you walk through the forum, attendants clear a path. If your litter passes a condemned prisoner on the way to execution, that prisoner can be spared. Your presence alone can change a life. Generals entrust you with documents. Senators trust you with their secrets, because a Vestal's word is considered sacred. At the Colosseum, you sit beside the emperor. When you enter a room, people rise. Rome has placed you on a pedestal so high that the only direction left is down. But the higher Rome lifts you, the harder the fall if the city decides you have failed. Hour 18. Evening. You return to the Atrium Vestae. Dinner is waiting. The Vestals eat well, better than most Romans. Bread, fruit, wine, meat. Guests sometimes dine with you. Senators, dignitaries, visiting officials. Being invited to the Vestals table is one of the highest honors in Rome. But nothing is ever truly private. Rome watches everything. The way you speak, the way you laugh, the way you carry yourself in public, because the Vestals represent something larger than themselves. Purity, tradition, the stability of Rome itself. Your service requires a vow of celibacy lasting 30 years. You may not form romantic relationships. You may not abandon your duties. Your life belongs to the goddess Vesta. And if Rome ever believes that vow has been broken, the punishment is unlike anything in the modern world. Roman law forbids executing a Vestal in the normal way. They are considered too sacred for their blood to be shed. So Rome devised another solution, a place called the Campus Celeratus, the evil field. A chamber is prepared underground. Inside are simple provisions, a bed, a lamp, a loaf of bread, and a jug of water. Just enough to keep someone alive briefly. Just enough so Rome can claim it did not technically cause the death. The accused Vestal is carried through the city in silence, lowered into the chamber, the entrance sealed, and Rome walks away. Bread, water, a lamp, and silence. And when the lamp finally burns out, no one in Rome is allowed to speak your name again. Hour 21. Night. The atrium is quiet. You lie awake. You have lived here since you were taken from your family as a child. You still have many years left before your service ends. Years tending the fire. Years under Rome's watchful eye. If you survive those years, you walk free. But many Vestals chose never to leave. After decades inside the temple, the outside world felt unfamiliar. The fire became their purpose, their identity, their cage. Hour 24. Dawn. The flame still burns. You checked it twice during the night. You always check it twice. You dress again. The braids, the veil, the white robes. The same ritual as yesterday. The same ritual you will perform tomorrow. Outside, Rome wakes. Merchants shout. Soldiers march. Senators argue about the future of the empire. And in the center of it all, inside a small round temple with no windows, a fire burns, and you are the reason it burns. You are one of the most powerful women in Rome. Crowds part when you walk. Your words carry authority, but you cannot leave. You cannot abandon the flame. And if you fail, Rome will not treat you like a criminal. It will erase you quietly. Bread, water, a lamp, and silence. 24 hours, one temple, one flame. Could you carry that power and that pressure for 30 years? Or would the weight of Rome finally break you? Tell me in the comments. And if you survive this one, I have somewhere worse to send you next.